are my goals for backpacking and YouTube in 2021? Let's get to it. You know what? I'm tired of kneeling today. I'm gonna set up my chair 0 and then we'll get to chatting. Oh, that is much better. So today I thought it'd be a good idea with the new year upon us to talk about some goals. Not only goals for backpacking, for me personally, but also some goals that I have here on YouTube. Before we get too far into this video, I'm doing this video in collaboration with Amy Routt, a fellow backpacker here from Utah. Now, Amy's channel has been on YouTube for a couple of years now. She does lots of trip videos, she goes over gear reviews, she does a lot of unique style of videos. Like one of the videos that I like that she did was what she does when she gets to camp, because that's kind of a question we have to ask ourselves. When you get to camp, what do you do? So she does a lot of really unique and interesting videos, and that's something I've really enjoyed on her channel. Is it's hard on YouTube and it's hard in the backpacking community to try to find your niche or to try to find what makes your channel or what makes you a unique backpacker. And it's not hard to find that, but it's hard to convey that to another person. But Amy does a great job at that. So please check out her video because she's gonna have completely different goals than I am. So check out her goals, check out my goals, and then I'd like you guys to come up with your own goals for 2021. Because without goals and without aspirations, it's hard to get anywhere. So let's talk about my first goal for 2021, which thank heavens that we've turned a new leaf. One of the things that I've never used before is an alcohol stove. I've heard lots about this. I've heard lots of pros, some cons, and that's something that I want to try out this year. So the reason that I've been considering an alcohol stove for this year is just for the sake of learning different skills for backpacking, because I think that an alcohol stove is something that takes a little bit of practice in order to know how to use it correctly. And I'm just looking for some extra things to explore and new things to learn about. So please let me know if you've used an alcohol stove, which one you recommend, and look forward to a future video going over some of the new gear I'll be using this year, which will hopefully include an alcohol stove. All right, so now let's talk about trips. I've gotten a lot of comments about when are we gonna see you going on a trip? I wanna see you get out on the trail, not do so many gear reviews. And you know what? I'm right there with you. I wanna get on the trail just as much as you guys want trip videos. As we know, we all have real lives that don't exist in front of this camera. I have a wife that our 5th anniversary is coming up. I've got 2 kiddos, a 3rd on the way. I'm in my senior year studying biology and I have 1 semester left and then I'll be graduated. I plan on going on to graduate school after, but this is a huge milestone for me. So right now in my life, it's just a crazy time and it's not easy for me to get out on trail. I also work in healthcare, and so with everything that's been going on, life has just been kind of crazy. And so it's not always easy for me to get out on trips. But my goal for this year, not only for myself, but for you guys too, is that I want to get on 1 trip every other month. This may not seem like a lot, but for me it is. And once I graduate in April, May, I'll have the whole summer to go out on trips, explore new places, to do all kinds of cool videos. So right now, I'm just trying to do videos that are realistic for my current life situation. So I appreciate your guys' understanding and patience with me as I develop the channel. 1 trip every other month seemed like the most realistic goal. So that's why I set it. Take a look at your schedule, your life. Don't cut out the things that mean most to you to get out on trail, but think about what could you sacrifice in order to meet that goal. Because really, there is a huge benefit in getting up into the mountains, getting into the desert, wherever you backpack, and getting in touch with nature. So think about your goals for this year about getting on trail. While we're on the topic of getting on trail, there has been 1 trail that I wanted to get on so much that I haven't been able to get out on yet, and that is Coyote Gulch. Now, whether you're from Utah or whether you're from somewhere else, odds are you've heard of this hike. It's a picturesque hike with an amazing arch. You walk through the Escalante River with some beautiful views. Just one of my bucket list hikes. So I hope this year I'll be able to get down to Coyote Gulch. Also, I am the type of person, by the way, we're on to the next goal. I'm the type of person, I'm a little bit laxed when it comes to backpacking. I like to get to camp early, set up my chair. Sometimes I bring a hammock, I like to set up my hammock, and I just feel I like to get back there and relax. I like to go fishing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also think that if we fall into complacency, that we will be missing opportunities that we wouldn't experience if we were to push ourselves. So this year, I want to push myself to hike more miles and rest less than I have on previous trips. Now, this is not a pushing myself to my limits, to the point that I'm huffing and puffing, which wouldn't take very much. But just rather than doing a 5 or 6 mile hike, try to push it to 8 or 10 so that I'm hiking for another hour or two each day. And also I'd like to get on some multi-day trips in order to set up, break down camp, hike, set up camp, break down, hike, and get more experience with that. I am not a through hiker. I'm not going to be the person that's going to be on trail for months at a time. I have other obligations that don't allow me to do that. Not that I would really want to do that, because I don't know, 6 months on the trail, I don't know. So the goal, push myself to hike more miles and rest less. Speaking of less, this year I want to buy less gear, and I want to make more videos, and I want to get out on trips more. This is much easier said than done for most of us, but this is really something that I want to push. With a huge milestone coming up of graduating, and I'm not going to have as much time dedicated to my studies, I'm going to have some more time that I think I'm going to be able to get on more trips. So I want to buy less gear and get out more. This is a problem that I think a lot of us fall into. We don't have the opportunity to go out, and so we get obsessed with the gear. And there's nothing wrong with that. But personally, I want to hone in my obsession a little bit with gear and really go after getting out on trail and getting more experience. Okay, now I talked about YouTube goals. I had goals to get 100 subscribers, to get 5,000 views total to my channel, and to do one collaboration with another backpacking channel on YouTube, all by December 31st of 2020. Now, because of all of you, I smashed those goals. I got to nearly 500 subscribers, nearly 15,000 channel views. I did a collaboration with both John Kelly and Dan from Backpacking Adventures, which are both super standout guys. I'll put a link to that collaboration that we did, talking about our favorite gear from 2020. It was an awesome experience to talk with some other backpackers, some other YouTubers, and bounce ideas off each other. That's something that's amazing about the backpacking community. We're willing to talk to each other, reach out to anybody, email people, go to your favorite YouTuber and email them, chat with them about gear. It's such a unique community. Please take advantage of it. Any questions you have, I don't have as much experience as most of you watching me. I just have a camera and I've got a tree behind me to film. But please, if you have questions, if there's anything I can do to help you get out on trail more, to answer questions, email me. Go to my YouTube page, find my email, and shoot me an email. I'd love to chat with you. So my goal for this year for my YouTube channel is to unlock the community tab feature on YouTube. As you know, if you follow some of the bigger channels, once you hit about 1,000 subscribers, you unlock the community tab feature, which allows me as a YouTuber and a friend to interact with you guys more, to do polls, to post pictures or links to videos, or to just chat. And that's something that I want to do more. I want to have more engagement with you guys, my subscribers, the people that I make these videos for, because I want to know what videos you want to see. I want to know what you want me to stop doing on camera. Be like, Thor, could you stop picking your nose on camera? Could you pull down your shirt? We don't want to see your belly. All right, let's go on to some bonus goals that I didn't write down, but that I'm thinking about and that I've been thinking about for a long time. My goal this year is to get my wife on a backpacking trip. I have no problem convincing her to go. We have 2 toddlers at home and she's pregnant. And so it is nearly impossible for us to both get on trail together. With a baby due this summer, it's gonna be hard to get out on trail together, and it may be impossible, but it's just a goal that I have because she really wants to go out on backpacking trips. She has all the gear, all the motivation in the world, and she is awesome. And I am stoked. There's no one else that I want to backpack with more than her. I hope this year I can get her out on trail. I recently had my birthday just a couple days ago. I'm getting real old, and I got this for my birthday, this kayak right here. My goal this year is to get out on at least one backpacking kayak trip. Not only will I think this will be super fun for me, but I think it will be a really interesting video for you guys. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Uinta Mountains here, super popular. There are a lot of lakes up there. There are a lot of lakes with islands, and one of my goals this year is to take this kayak, go to a lake that's relatively close. I'm not gonna be lugging this kayak miles and miles, but maybe a quarter mile or a half mile with this thing on my back, throw it in the lake, and find an island somewhere to camp on for the night. If it's a possibility and it's safe for me, I would like to take this to an island, camp, maybe find a trailhead somewhere else, like paddle across the lake, find a trailhead, hike up a little bit, hike back. I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly, but getting out on this kayak this year with my backpack is a goal that I have. I think this was a great opportunity to sit down and chat a little bit more rather than doing the typical gear review videos, because with the 12 days of gear miss that just came up, we had a lot of opportunity to go over some gear. If you liked this type of video, please give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment and let me know what you liked about this video, what you would like to see different, or any future content that you would like. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, because this channel is current. I'm releasing videos every single week. I've got videos stockpiled for you. I'm making videos as much as I can, so stick around for future content from Outdoor Thor. Backpackers, thanks for stopping by.